If there's one dish that perfectly sums up Britain's love of a good curry, it's chicken tikka masala. Creamy, mildly spiced, sometimes just a bit smoky, and always packed with flavor. It's the ultimate comfort food. Today, I'm going to show you the recipe for chicken tikka masala from my book, The Curry Guy Bible. And you might wonder why there's two different pictures here, and that's because chicken tikka masala is often very just like a bright red, and that's done with this stuff. That's a curry, it's just a red food coloring, which you can stir into it. I'm not adding that today, and that's why you can also get more of a brownish curry. So it's really up to you. If you want to add food coloring, you're usually looking at about a teaspoon or so. And I've got all my ingredients here. I'll just go through these really quickly with you. I got some tandoori chicken tikka, which I've cooked up. You could add raw chicken, but in the curry houses, they always have they pre-cook their chicken, so you get an extra layer of flavor from all that marinated chicken and the char and all that. I got some ghee here, some tomato puree, a little bit of sugar. Now, sugar is one of those things that some people really like a sweet chicken tikka masala. I'm not a big fan of that, so you just add more sugar. We're gonna give it some nuttiness as well with some ground almonds, and we have some castor methi, that's fenugreek leaves. Very nice, just at the end, and some garam masala. And then just to finish it off, we got some cream and some lemons there. So that's going to be very nice. We're going to go ahead and get started now, and I'm just going to heat this pan up. I'm using a curry house style pan, and I'm going to give it a go to use this too. This is a curry spoon. What I have here, that is, I made some onion bhajis the other day. Very nice, by the way, they were very good. But anyway, I made some onion bhajis, and this is the oil, some of the oil I used to make those onion bhajis. So that is a seasoned oil, and it's gonna just add another layer of flavor. So curry house style cooking is all about batch cooking, and you can do a lot of it. You can make your chicken tikka, you can make your base sauce, which is right there. I've got a nice heated up base sauce, which is gonna give it that curry house texture. You can do things like this, making these seasoned oils. So I'm gonna add a little bit of ghee to this pan over a medium-high heat. So that's about a tablespoon of ghee. And I'm gonna add also just a little bit of that seasoned oil. Obviously, you can put as much or as little oil in your pan as you like. I don't care. I'm adding a little bit there because I like that nice glow that you get at a curry house. To this, I'm going to add, there we go. I'm just going to go ahead and put that in there. Garlic and ginger paste. And we're really just cooking out the rawness of this garlic and ginger paste. So we're going to do that for about 30 seconds. And that is smelling wonderful. If you like garlic and ginger, you're gonna like the smell of that. And to that, I'm gonna add some ground almonds. And give it that nutty flavor. A little bit of sugar. And then these spices, which are tandoori masala, paprika, and mixed powder. Mixed powder is kind of like a Madras curry powder, so it's not really spicy, but it is just a nice curry powder that's used at curry houses. So to that, because I don't want those spices to burn, I'm going to go ahead and add some of that puree. And that's our base right there. That's starting to look really nice. Once you have all these things made, like the tandoori chicken and your base sauce and all that, you're going to be able to whip these curries up in 10 minutes. So you could actually have friends over and within an hour cook enough curries for about 10 people. I'm going to add just a little bit of this base sauce now. Give that a good stir around. And that base sauce is quite thin. It's going to really cook down quickly because of all the vegetables that are in it. And really, I can just let that sit there and bubble away because I'm using a pan that is not non-stick. So it's gonna start caramelizing to the side of the pan and the oil is gonna come to the top. It's gonna look just like it does when you go to a really good curry house. I'm gonna add just a little bit more of this sauce. How much you add, I mean, I've said in my book how much to add, but really use your eyes. If you want it really, really thick, cook it down. If you think it needs to be a little bit soupier, add more. There we are. Now I'm gonna add the chicken. And one thing I like about cooking chicken tikka masala at home is I can add as much chicken as I like. You're not just gonna get like 3 pieces in there. There we are. That is looking so good. I'm just gonna let those cook and heat through for a couple of minutes. As you can see here in the pan, where it's starting to caramelize, I'm just gonna scrape some of that in. That's all flavor there. That caramelization is flavor. So you don't wanna waste that. You wanna get that right back in there. I'm gonna put a little bit more of this base sauce in. Like I said, the amount you add is really up to you. There we are. This is looking very nice. Now, if I wanted to make it redder, it's already quite a red curry. If I wanted to make it redder, I would add some of that. That would make it bright red. So that's really, I'm not doing that today, but that is something you could do if you wanted to. And I'm gonna add just a bit of salt. I'll season it later, make sure that I know exactly how much it is in it, but I've made these so many times, I have a good idea how much salt I like. And now we're gonna take some of this lemon juice, squeeze that over the top. This is smelling so good right now. Imagine that, just being able to cook this at your home. Don't have to go out for it, you can just make it. And it tastes just like it does at the best curry houses, if not better, because you're making all the ingredients. You know what's going into this. There we are. And add just a little bit of garam masala. That's just gonna give it a nice hit of warming spices. Stir that in. Look at that. And then this kasuri methi. And kasuri methi is fenugreek, that's what you smell when you go into a curry house. When you walk in the door, you're smelling this stuff. It's that strong flavor or strong aroma that you smell at Indian restaurants. Just begin to spit out a bit, so I'm gonna just a little bit more base. I'll cool it down a bit with some of this cream. Cream is another thing. You can add as much or as little as you like. I can guarantee you this is good. I made this curry once without any cream, and it's still very good. So how much cream you add is down to you. I really recommend with all these curries that you taste them as you go, and you make them the way you follow and use the recipes as guides. But obviously, if you want this to be sweeter, go for it, make it sweeter. If you don't like chicken tikka masala because it's not spicy, then add some chilies or some chili powder. I'm ready to give this a try. I'm turning off the heat. You're not gonna find a better chicken tikka masala anywhere. This is absolutely gorgeous. It's spot on. I think I'm gonna have to go for another bite there. So there you have it. Curry chicken tikka masala from my book, The Curry Guy Bible. I hope you enjoy it. Hope you make it. And I hope you enjoy it when you do. And until next time, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.